What's good, Humble Squad? It's your boy, HumbleZiggy, and we back here with another reaction for y'all. And we back with my guy, Loesta. Sorry, my guy, I haven't reacted to you in a while. But hey, after what's been happening to Adin Ross, what better way to come back to it than with my guy, Loesta? And we got hold on. The bravery, the bravity, I can't even say the word, but basically with Adin Ross, and we got my guy Loesta covering it. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my socials up there, and without further ado, let's get it. Y'all probably gonna clown me for how I try to say the word.
Being able to take the good and bad of fame is a vital skill once you've obtained it. Because even though it looks like the dream position that everyone wants to be in, today's hyper-scrutinized world means controversy is almost unavoidable. And being able to keep your sanity, then rebuild your image, is essential if you want to survive out there. Over the years, Adin Ross has had plenty of near misses. This isn't too much of a surprise, considering he's been posting his entire life online since the onset of adulthood.
I want this more than anything. My friends look at me crazy when I tell them I'm doing a 12-hour stream tonight. They're like, you're crazy. How could you do that for 12 hours? I'm like, look, this is what I want to do. This is all going to pay off. You got to realize that you're going to go do shit. It doesn't happen overnight. You got to go through a bunch of negative shit to reach the positive side. You know, it's like a fucking mission, right? You got to go through certain shit in the mission, whether it's bad or good, and you got to make it come out. And, you know, the outcome, you're rewarded. You know, you're rewarded for your hard work and your legacy. You're going to be rewarded in the end.
Persistently banned from platforms, his journey has been so...
Yeah, he's not wrong in what he's saying, but brother, over the last couple of years, boy, there's been a whole lot of negative shit that's came your way. And plus with the whole situation with you and Doechii, and the fact that you wanted to donate 100K to black-owned businesses and all that, and he was saying about how he wasn't trying to, this ain't like a PR stunt or so just to prove that he's not racist. No, nigga, you ain't trying to, cause you wasn't doing that before. What makes you think now all of a sudden you want to do it now? And ain't it so ironic? And you know what's so crazy? And I know it might be days before, but crazy enough, he wanted to start doing it when, cause think about it, and just peep this out for a second. We're about to enter February. At the time of this recording, well, probably after and such, we're in February now, right? Or, no, actually, at the time of this recording, it's January 31st, right? And many weeks ago or days ago, you wanted to issue that apology out, right? And it's so crazy that you wanted to do it when we're like weeks until it's Black History Month. Nigga, don't try to start doing that shit now. But even if it's not even when we're about to be in Black History Month. Don't try to want to be an ally now when you were saying that nasty shit. When you was being that racist shit towards not only Doechii, but also Glasses Malone. Get out of here.
The outcome, you're rewarded. You know, you're rewarded for your hard work and your legacy.
You was talking tough shit
in the end.
Persistently banned from platforms, his journey has been so fraught with issues that there's been numerous false alarms when he's claimed he was stepping away from streaming once and for all. Along the way, he's had run-ins with many famous faces, squaring off against anyone, from a money-motivated Playboy Cardi.
I got some cash for you. Yeah, a little gift from me to you. It's a good amount of money in here. You know, it's a lot amount of money.
Look, I know we were on, and the crazy thing is, we were on your side. I can't remember, I don't know about everybody else, but me and other people we take, I'm gonna say it like this, we were on your side when this shit happened. Best believe, I was, even if I don't rock with certain things he's done, let's be honest. Imagine you schedule one of our high selling rappers and such for like an hour interview, right? Hour interview on stream. They show up late, play like 2 of your unreleased songs, and just got their money and dipped out of got $1 million and then just dipped out of here for nigga, not even for half of an interview, half of the stream, not even 30 minutes of that shit. Nigga, not even 10 minutes. He got out of there in just 6 minutes, did all that shit in just 6 minutes, and then dipped. We were on his side for when this shit happens, but in retrospect, after seeing what happened, shout out to Playboy Cardi. I'm
From
sorry.
a money-motivated Playboy Cardi,
I got some cash for you. Yeah, a little gift from me to you. It's a good amount of money in here. You know, it's a lot amount of money in here. I got you, bro. From me to you. Yeah, I got you, bro. Oh, you do hugs?
5 minutes later.
You leave right now? All right, hold on, let me real quick.
to a fired up Ye, who blocked him on iMessage after Ross repeatedly called him sir. And after so many near misses and plenty of conflicts for his fans to withstand, it looks like people are getting a dark window into his true nature. As it turns out, people aren't liking what they see. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the Depravity of Adin Ross.
There we go.
For a long time, much of the controversy surrounding Adin Ross has been linked to his place on the fringes of hip-hop culture. As an avid fan and collaborator of Drake, who has welcomed the Canadian rapper onto his stream numerous times, Adin emphatically took his side in the beef, and it damn sure wasn't Kendrick's.
Nah, I'm loyal to Drake, bro. I'm not dancing to this shit, bro. This shit cringe. This song fucking sucks. It's overplayed. It's ass, bro. Don't be a dick sucker. This shit's ass. Why don't you fuck with it? Because he's not really a battle, bro. He's not.
And Kendrick's not a wife beater. That's why he lost. Cause the fact that y'all actually, now granted, I've always said to myself, and this is just my opinion, I don't care what anybody say, this is my opinion. Sir, I know that when it comes to being in a rap battle, you're gonna hear people talk some disrespectful shit to you, right? That's the whole point of a rap battle. And the whole point of doing diss tracks. I'm disrespecting you, right? But I've always believed, and then when there's certain evidence that's proven towards you and it's being said lyrically in a diss song, maybe there's a little bit of truth there. So, especially when you said about how, oh, he's not a pedo, I'm just saying, with you having that Millie Bobby Brown situation, and then with that video of you being what, 20, 28, 29 or so, and on stage with that 17-year-old girl, and instead of immediately kicking her off the stage the minute you hear what her age was, you gonna talk about how, oh nah, why you looking like that? What you look so thick? Like, huh, my nigga? I'm sorry. Say what you want, but to me, that has some pedo vibes to it.
This shit's ass.
That's just me.
Why don't you fuck with it? Because he's not really a battle, bro. He's not.
In fact, it reached the point where he was basically leading the rallying cries against him at every opportunity.
Fuck Kendrick! 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 That's how we do it. Take a shot right here.
Soon enough, he was platforming people like Drake's Goon Top 5, making his allegiance clear, even if it meant backing the losing side. Because he's a streamer, Adin probably thought that there were very few consequences for this behavior. Clearly, not everyone agreed, as there were plenty of Kendrick-affiliated individuals who basically banished him from the City of Angels and warned him that there might be repercussions. Yet, in typical fashion, Adin responded with indignity.
Hey, Ross, let me give you a tip. Security get popped every day, B.
What if a security guard sends you a message back like shit?
So come do it. Go to jail for the rest of your life. It's so worth it, bro. Your shitty life. Come on, let's try it. Let's make some magic happen. I got the best lawyers of all time, baby. Let's do it. And I'm gonna low-key sue you for that. I can't wait.
I'm gonna slap him, and even if his security is from LA, so if he comes to
and that's the thing too. This is what happens. And the thing is, even if he does do that, my nigga. Now, granted, I will say for the black people for you to say that, that is kind of stupid on your end. You can't just go say that and then don't think he won't. But in a way, you're playing into his hand when you say that. You literally are. So when you say something like that, of course you're going to say about how, oh, I'm going to get my lawyers and it is. But my thing is when he start, and everybody notice it, when he starts to talking tough and such, when he think he's tough and all that, and then, especially what happened with the whole Dochi situation and such, he always talks. He made it be such a racist tyrant, where he talking, especially when Glasses Malone called him out on it, and then look what happened like hours upon hours later. He talking about how, oh, I called the police. I've always had this, and he's saying, and to end it off with his call with academics, saying about how, well, why don't they just go slide on their ops and on, like, nigga, and you wonder why, and then you have the nerve to want to call out Glasses Mahone on what he thinks that he has baby mamas and such, when Glasses Mahone literally just shuts down that, saying he ain't got a baby mama and he has no kids. So if you ain't saying that ain't racist, then I don't know what to say.
Come on, let's try it. Let's make some magic happen. I got the best lawyers of all time, baby. Let's do it. And I'm gonna low-key sue you for that. I can't wait.
I'm gonna slap him, and even if his security is from LA, so if he comes to out of town security, they really gonna get smashed. There's no fly zone for him. He just has put himself in an equation that he can't get out of. Adin Ross, no fly zone. Please let me know when you get to LA.
Over time, you would have thought that this would have blown over, but recently, the game used Neon as a messenger to warn him that in the aftermath of his campaign against Kendrick, that he still had to tread lightly out in California.
Well, so Adin got to check in first. You know? That's my brother. Yeah. So he said a whole LA run, so it seemed like he coming out here and he thinking he gonna do what he want to do. But this is LA.
The reason that this is relevant today is that the whole Kendrick situation is crucial to understanding what spaces he's been rejected in, as now his interactions in the realm of hip-hop have all been re-evaluated to the point that the black community have broadly felt that there's a real nasty side to him and his fan base that simply cannot be condoned.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, Hardy taught me my aunt, nigga. You think I give a fuck? I don't give a fuck.
But you're comparing something now to like.
I'm not gonna lie, your chat is wild.
They right there. They like they
bitch, monkey, water.
For a while now, there has been a recurring belief that Adin's chat is one of the more toxic spaces you can enter, especially if you are a person of color. This led to Kai Cenat claiming he had to outright distance himself from Adin, once again leading Ross to suggest that he and his community were blameless once more.
I'm not in them.
Yeah, my nigga, I'm sorry, at that point, if you get Kai Cenat of all
mental state to be in front of your niggas. As soon as a nigga of color hop onto the stream, it's straight watermelon and gorillas.
He really said.
Watch Adin streams a lot.
Kai, that's everybody's stream. FaZe stream has it. Bro, Kai, Ray will be on stream making monkey noises. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stick up for my community, bro. It's every single person on the internet. I'm not going for that, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not going for that, bro. Ray can sit there, do monkey noises, and say crazy shit all the time, but it's cool. But as soon as it's my community or anybody else's community, Cuffin will call me crazy Jew stuff, and I talk to Cuffin back the same way, bro.
Nigga, don't you even try to. Nigga, you be the same one who gon' even diss your Jewish community, so shut the hell up right there.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, bro.
In a move that didn't help matters at all, Adin also openly admitted that he, as a white Jewish guy, has absolutely no issues in regards to saying the N-word. Ross actually doubled down on this, speculating that it happened across the board in his industry.
I've rapped
And you know what's, and that's so crazy too. Look, as far as me, as somebody who is obviously black, but Caribbean, like an immigrant, but like a keyword legal immigrant, I'm gonna say that, I don't care. You think it's, nigga, the fact that you think it's okay for just all streamers, white, just look. That's why your ass was comfortable saying the N-word on stage with Chief Keef. Even if he give you the pass, I'm sorry. I don't care. Even if I was on stage and I was white, even if I was white and on stage with a black rapper and he wants me to say the N-word, I'm not doing it.
Songs before with saying the word. I'm not a put. I'll tell you guys that. Matter of fact, allegedly, in my opinion, I believe that every single streamer says it. If they say they don't say it, I think they're full of a bunch of bullshit.
And sometimes he straight up enlisted other derogatory remarks about black people when talking to cuff him.
What are you doing, you fucking stupid monkey?
Yo, I can't. Oh no, okay.
This didn't go unnoticed by the world, including some of his contemporaries in the industry. It even led to being checked by Duke Dennis on camera for the whole world to see.
I think that you shouldn't have said it.
I shouldn't have, okay.
I think you shouldn't have said it.
Okay.
Cause like, I'm your friend. Do you classify me as your friend?
For sure. Bro, you're not even my friend, you're my brother, for real. Okay. I really do, like, okay. Cause we've kicked it off camera, like you're genuine and shit.
Yeah,
so.
right.
Yeah.
I think like out of respect for the people who wouldn't want you saying it.
Okay.
If one person told you to say it, knowing it was gonna offend 100,000, your excuse for saying it can't be what he told me to say it.
So what's my excuse?
There is you don't have one because you know it's wrong.
Incidents like this did nothing for his already dwindling support from those outside of his audience, leading some people to write him off as a degenerate once and for all, while others presented an ultimatum how he should be treated going forward. Adin Ross has zero talent. He can't speak on any particular topic for 10 minutes. He's a corn-addicted loser who made money from introducing young fans to OnlyFans women. Nobody.
Oh, really? I did not know that. That's from doing a reaction. Go to bed, I'm doing a reaction. Sorry, y'all, that was my dad. But yeah, like I said, from the last time I know about, from the many times I've known about this man, he was mostly about like corny shit and doing some gay shit, being a little zesty. So I don't know how to but I didn't know about that. So if that's true, allegedly, then why the heck was he famous then?
Addicted loser who made money from introducing young fans to OnlyFans women. Nobody black should be supporting Adin Ross. I told you years ago, he's a culture vulture. He's a sly devil, and he's come into our culture to capitalize on it and disrespect it. And while this wasn't enforced culture-wide, a recent incident basically ensured that a lot of people are drawing a line once and for all.
This shit right here obviously got me to sit down and turn the camera on.
Adin Ross is a scumbag. Adin Ross is another one of these guests in black culture that has gotten way too comfortable.
He feels like he can disrespect black women.
To be clear, Adin Ross is a white Jewish man who's been made to feel entitled by corny black streamers and clout-chasing rappers.
A couple of days ago, Adin Ross was very disrespectful towards Doechii. Glasses Malone then stepped in to defend Doechii, and in return, Adin called Wack 100 to defend him.
Beyond the broader issue,
that's the thing too, Wack. Like, and crazy enough, later on, Wack knew about the details. But it's like the minute when Wack got called up by Adin. And Adin was telling them, Wack, you gotta defend me off of glasses and all that. And the fact that he just straight up says like, oh, for sure, I'll talk to him and all that, without knowing the details, without knowing why Glasses was getting at him and sort of talking to him like that and all that, without knowing the details why, he just straight up wanting to say like, "Oh yeah, I got you. I'm gonna defend you," like the massive and such. But like I said later on, he does realize and had to call Adin out on that BS. But so Wack, you almost was gonna be your 1 minute, but you saved yourself.
Surrounding the idea that he's all too happy to move in racist circles, there's been a sense for a while that Adin has had some issues with black women. Every time the opportunity presents itself, Ross seems to have some flow for them. When the Tory Lanez situation was unfolding, he went after Megan Thee Stallion. And while the case was filled with confusing evidence before Tory's eventual arrest, he handled it poorly, to the point that he ended up being deposed by her lawyers.
She got caught stepping on glass in her body cam they just found. Tory had no evidence on that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Tory didn't do it, I promise you.
Either way, I like him.
Good. Good. It's free Tory. It's always free Tory. Show the bullet wound, bitch.
Elsewhere, he's had a lot of harsh words for athletes such as Angel Reese.
What really made me mad today? I don't give a fuck. Angel Reese being on the cover. Should have been Caitlin Clark. I don't even know how it wasn't Caitlin Clark.
But ultimately, this is nothing.
Now, granted, I will say, for the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese one, now I don't consider that being, me personally, I won't say it's considered racism or hatred towards it. Like nigga, even black people were saying that when it came to that whole thing, even black people were saying like Caitlin Clark was way more focused wise on actually playing basketball than Angel Reese. We can all say that. So I wouldn't even consider that being racist, but this next one right here, and the Megan Thee Stallion one and all that, look, that's in its own thing, so it is what it is. I know, so, but that's in, so them two, since, that's whatever. But it was right here, the one with Doechii now. That's where we got to know that this nigga was racist.
And compared to what went down,
or had some racist
this
shit.
all began a while back when Adin went off on the Grammy-winning MC, claiming that she was an industry plant, and rallied against her for an incident at the Met Gala, where she was believed to be demeaning her staff as she changed her clothes.
Everyone, oh, Doechii rant? Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Don't get me started on that industry plant. You guys can say shit, whatever you want about me, but one thing about me is I'm not an industry plant. I've been streaming for like a long time now. Fuck Doechii, the umbrella clip pissed me off. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. She deserves.
It was right here is when this nigga really think. Basically, it was right here that the internet, that the culture started to violate this nigga. And of course, it was on Academics TV, where we know it's the chat nigga, the Asian. Hey, look, shout out to all my Asian people out there, but even y'all wouldn't rock with that guy. Well, but then again, allegedly, you couldn't be an Asian guy, but regardless. But of course, it would be Academics TV page post on it. And my crazy thing is, the whole thing with how Doechii had scandals or whatever, and he's saying about how she's a bad person. The only two things that Doechii got heat on was the bad straight man, red flag and all that. Was that joke, and we all agree that was a tasteless joke. Even I did. I made a video on that. And about her yelling at a 9-to-5 worker or whatever. But otherwise, from those two, there's nothing else on her. And you're saying she's an industry plant? Okay. Meanwhile, if you literally go on her own page and you check back to her oldest videos, the shit started in high school. So from high school to her current shit that she has now, that's industry plant. Okay.
What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. She deserves, bro. I'm not joking, bro. Stop listening to her music. Cardi and Abel, why would you give her a feature on a remix? You shouldn't have cleared it. She's just the worst. She's a piece of shit. She stole someone that I used to know. She makes no good music. She's horrible. She has zero talent.
Instantly, Doechii clapped back, labeling him a cracker on IG. For a while, this beef simmered. as Doechii pushed through a larger hate wave she was dealing with. Eventually, the TDE artist chose to address her detractors, and many believe Adin was among those targeted on Girl Get Up featuring SZA, where she proclaimed, "All that industry plant shit whack. I see it on the blogs, I see you in the chats. You suck every rap dude's from the back. But what's the agenda when the it girl black? Y'all can't fathom that I work this hard, and y'all can't fathom that I earned this chart. Y'all can't stand my vibe because I'm anointed. All y'all evil hoes just annoying." As it went down,
talk to his soul, Doechii. Hey, and if you haven't, go check out my reaction to that. She called his weekend, and the thing is, even if she didn't say his name, we all knew who she was talking about. And it could even be Adin. There could be other people too. But from what it mostly was, from what it was recently, we all know it was to this nigga.
Adin had some very stern words for her.
She didn't even have to say the name.
Fucking dude, that's stupid, smelly. She dropped from
Stop talking about the black queen.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. Yo, let me tell you something right now.
I'm mad because she made it. No,
look at her monthly listeners right now. That went from 60 million to fucking 20 million.
She blew up.
From what? From
making
what?
Music.
Cradling and like, what are you talking about?
Soon after that, he actually responded on Wax alongside 6ix9ine in a truly abysmal freestyle.
For me, you know I'm a suit. 6 in the set, he know what to do. These German bitches, they wanna fuck on you. Doechii. Dirty bitch, partner view. Dirty bitch, partner view.
With much of the internet already uncomfortable with how freely he went after black women, this became the final straw. Before long, figures like Glasses Malone were openly calling for consequences.
That's the first time I heard his name, and then here's this thing, right, where he's talking about telling another white man he shouldn't apologize to black people for using the N-word. So that's strike one. Strike two is not you judging this lady's ability, talent, or talking about how she got herself into the business, but sheerly just verbally lynching her, like in front of everybody, right?
Which is
and
crazy.
Thinking it's cute, and then degrading black people at the same time by saying you don't care about black queens or people protecting black women or that being a thing. Strike three is when you say, oh, you know, y'all should be taking care of y'all kids. Don't y'all got baby moms? Right. So you playing for your audience. I got you.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Glasses. It was right then and there. Oh, we know you was a racist nigga. And we know strike three right there, you gone. Technically, this nigga had many other strikes. But it was right then and there that we know this nigga and such. We were already saying he was corny and whatever, right? But we let it slide a little bit. We just don't pay attention. But now we definitely making sure you ain't with it.
Let me tell your audience something. Now this is where we at, right? It becomes like, am I willing to pay the consequence? Am I willing to pay the toll? I was willing to pay the toll for a lot less. I was willing to pay the toll for just my friends that I grew up with that we call a gang.
He wasn't the only one, as Joe Budden, a longtime critic of Ross, who has often argued that his place in hip-hop conversations has been tolerated for far too long, also began advocating for him to get chin-checked.
There's a lot of people involved in culture that know absolutely nothing about culture, but today, because of tech, they're integral parts in the conversation, in the song making, and just what the artist can and cannot do. And it's like, who the fuck are you? Where did you come from? For me, the hip hop I come from, there's no world where me and Adin Ross need to talk about something. Who the fuck are you? Where did you just pop up from?
And as always, Adin refused to back down.
Man, Joe Budden, every single time that I see you or a clip of you, it's just on some hating shit, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't know what you do. I can't even name one Joe Budden song respectfully. You're one of these old that just hate. Why can't you be more like Rick Ross or Snoop Dogg? The OGs that are cool as fuck and just like respect and show flowers and appreciation towards all the young motherfuckers and shit. You have...
Nigga. Best believe if Rick Ross and especially Snoop, if Snoop Dogg sees what your ass has been on, you think he gonna be cool with you? Or even Rick Ross too. But regardless, if they see what you've been on, you think they're gonna be cool with you? Yeah, right. They won't be cool with your ass.
Have no room to talk, no room to speak.
Dogg.
Me and Kai are 10 times more richer than you and you will ever be. Old man, we're more humble than you and we're nicer than you.
Following what
How you gonna say you're humble and then brag about you being rich? How the fuck how'd that make sense?
happened with Doechii, Joe has officially decided that the time for any placating had ran out and believes that now Adin has to get his ass handed to him.
I do want to say I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up Homeboy. Because I think that's who she was talking to in the song. Yeah.
I didn't know at first.
He was talking to little fuckity fuck.
The more I looked into it, she was directly talking to him.
Now I will say, Joe, you ain't off the hook too, my nigga, because you was part of that whole industry plant Doechii was too. So you ain't, but like he said, there are niggas, but no. Not saying Joe needs to be ching checked, but Joe, you ain't off the hook too, my guy. You was talking about how she was an industry plant too. You was the one who even talked about it. But I will say, you didn't go into a whole racist tyrant or so like that nigga did. So, but you was the one who was saying some shit too. So, just gotta
because he said some wild shit.
Because don't act like you was innocent too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then it was some back and forth after she
at
put
least
the song
Joe wasn't
out.
saying no wild shit like he did.
Malone saying what he said, and hopefully he meant it.
To no one's surprise, Adin completely crashed out on Joe Budden, leaning into a tough guy persona that never quite lands the way he thinks it does.
Joe Budden, you're a fuck you. Let's link up. You know where I'm at. I got police with me too. I ain't gonna lie, Joe Budden, I got police with me and I'm in your city. What's good? What do you want to do?
These remarks, where he openly claimed that he'd be willing to lean on the police, did nothing to help rehabilitate his image. And neither did the fact that after getting pressed by Glasses and Budden, he went and tattled to Whack 100.
Yo, this dude named Glasses Loke and Trap Bradshaw, they're threatening me.
Glasses? No, I know them dudes, bro. Trap ain't nobody. Don't pay him no attention. Glasses, that's family.
Okay, well, can you call Glass and let him know to tee up and get off my PP? I'm gonna
hit that. That's family. That's Glasses Malone.
Oh, okay, all right.
Trap is just pop chasing. He's like, I follow. Don't pay him no mind.
So I'm talking about
this day. Glasses Malone is who he is. I'll call that for you right now.
All right, Whack. Thanks, bro. Dude, so funny, bro. Holy shit, I'm actually about to cry. That was so funny. He's like, don't pay him any attention. All right, let me click off, bro. Oh, shit.
Despite the threats he's experiencing and the backlash that's followed his remarks about Doechii, what will really be bothering Adin is that he's hitting his pockets. In a recent stream, Ross revealed that the way his reputation is looking at the moment has meant that he's actively losing partnerships and brand deals.
I want to let you guys know I had a stream plan with a very famous basketball player. It canceled last minute because their PR called, just with everything going on, so we gotta give like 30 days.
You see how quick, you see what happens now, that whole backlash? You see how quick everything, hours or days later, come crashing down on that nigga. Hey, and to be honest, that's the most best way you can handle a nigga like him. Now, if you can't do it physical, cause you know he gonna be ranting and suing and all that. But, what's the best way to do it? If not by physical, hit them financially. Hit them in their wallet. And brother, did that ever hit him in the wallet?
Player. It canceled last minute because their PR called, just with everything going on, so we gotta give like 30 days. But off season will be good. I'm gonna stop coming at people hard and shit.
At the moment, all signs would suggest that he's on the downturn, and that his tattered public rep is beginning to actively cause him issues. Good. Now, he's seeking to take the heat off by donating $100,000 to underprivileged communities in LA.
I give out $100,000 to my city. I'm gonna give out $100,000 to a lot of other people's businesses and stuff. Why can't they do it too? Why not? You know what I mean?
Y'all look at me with a straight face. Look at me. Don't look at my dry lips, sorry. But look at me. Do you actually believe that after what, and you know what's the crazy thing? I know he's probably gonna say it, but he gonna say about how, oh, and this is not me saying I'm not racist or anything like that, right? My nigga, why did it take a situation that just happened to you for you to say that, and knowing that you was getting the backlash that you was getting, now you want to say you want to donate over 100K to underprivileged cities or arenas or so for businesses or whatever, black-owned businesses, right? Why you couldn't done that many times before? And you know what's the craziest thing? You gonna say about why other people don't do it? Here's my thing. There are probably rappers who have done it, but my thing is, not every time, not all the time they gotta document it. Like, just because if they're gonna do a good deed, they don't do it just so they can make sure that everybody in the whole world sees it. If they want to do it privately, they can do it privately. For you to want to do it publicly and say, you see this good deed I'm doing? Nigga, okay. You want a cookie for that? Like, what?
$1,000 to a lot of other people's businesses and stuff. Why can't they do it too? Why not? You know what I mean? It rubs me the wrong way. Why not? You can say these things, but actions speak way louder than words. I think we can all agree.
But the damage might be done. Because now, even his friends like Cuffham are being forced to deal with the fallout of what he's dragged them into.
By the way, old head DM me, chat. Look what he said. I've been looking for your bitch ass, you coon ass nigga. How much dick you gonna suck, cause that white man pay you? You gonna let him disrespect the culture for a check? I pray all y'all get smoked. Don't hurt them, chill. They have a Bud Lighter too.
As the controversy rages on, some internet personalities wondered why Adin was ever allowed to get into the positions he found himself in. Just recently, Deontay Kyle laid out his belief that Adin should have never been granted any level of endorsement from the culture in the first place.
Then y'all let this cracker call her out her name, and I ain't nothing like the rest of you niggas. I'm more like a Glasses Malone. I slap the shit out that crack on stream. A white person cannot invalidate or validate anything in our spaces. So let's start there. Who gives a fuck what Adin Ross thinks? Let's start there. I'ma start at the point A, a cracker can't invalidate or validate anything in our space. So who's to blame? And I will blame anyone within the culture who gave him validations with their presence on his show, on his stream, but also don't check his behavior.
Meanwhile,
now I will say, hold on. Hear me out. When everything he said is correct, but I will say, when it comes to hip hop, I get it. For me personally, and this is just my opinion, and probably people share it too. Hip hop was created by black people. Yes, we can all agree with that. But I will say, hip hop has, for the better part of years now, for many years now, has become global. So yes, we can know that black people started it, but that don't mean that nobody else, if you're not black, can't be a part of it, be a part of the culture and such. And here's an example. A co-worker of mine from one of my real jobs, my IRL jobs at a sauna, she said, and keep in mind, she's a Latino, so she said she's been growing up with hip hop, like literally from when we were closing a shift, right? This is a little story. We closing up the store, right? Because the store closes at 9. The sauna closes at 9. And we waited until the last person come out. Last person comes out, we cleaning up the rooms. She playing Biggie. That Biggie, can't you see me? That song. She was playing that sucker loud and such. And like I said, we were cleaning up the shit, so best believe. And then on the right, and when she was dropping me back home, we were bumping many other hip hop songs from her playlist. So best believe, when it comes to hip hop, this whole shit, not like, as long as you're not trying to be a culture vulture, because best believe, it's not only white people can be culture vultures. There's some black people too. Akadidi is one of them. Academics and Cuffham. Not much as a culture vulture, but as a coon. Because you need to tell me, you gonna allow a white person who is like that and such to say shit like that and don't check him right then and there? I don't care. I don't care how many influence or cloud or whatever he got to his name. The fuck is he talking like this for? Simple as that. So, like I said, I agree with what he's saying about how people needed to. I don't know why he was validated to say shit in the first place, but I will say, for you to say that you can't be a part of this culture and such just because you're not black, that part I get iffy with. But otherwise, just from that, besides that part, everything else he was saying, spot on.
And And I would blame anyone within the culture who gave him validations with their presence on his show, on his stream, but also don't check his behavior.
Meanwhile, Adin still won't let up or give an inch when it comes to the Doechii thing, even though things have moved far beyond the original incident by now. For example, when I'm Dante called Ross out for his behavior,
but just a lot of the shit and clips that I've been seeing to him has just been kind of just disgusting. If this is just over music, it's kind of weird to say the things you're saying about her. If this is something just to do with a fucking annoying ass song. Like, I've heard songs that are fucking dog shit.
He continues to fall back on the Met Gala incident to justify it.
Dante, the reason why I got mad is because she's screaming at 9-to-5 workers. I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care how much money you make. That doesn't make you hot shit. If you're to scream at fucking 9-to-5 workers when you're blessed to be making millions of dollars making music or doing something entertainment, I'm gonna call it out. It's not because she's black, okay? It's not because she's a woman. It's because she's a bad person. From that.
Then if it wasn't because she's black, why you went on to say it's like, what a disrespectful, entitled, unintelligent piece of shit. Nigga, at that point, you calling her out her name. If you gonna say something about her music, okay, I guess. But when it goes beyond that, when you start hurling insults like that, I'm like, nigga, who the fuck are you? And then, nigga, with your shit that you have, with the shit that you be having, and the people you be hanging around with, okay, you the last mother effer to talk anything bad about somebody.
Clip. Same way they try to clip me up and shit, right? That why, right? I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're a boy, a girl. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race, what background. I call out people that are horrible people and that treat people bad. Straight up. I don't care who you are. I don't care.
Perhaps he thought that this was a compelling.
So why you don't call his ass out then? You call out bad people, right? Why you don't call his ass out for that charge that he has with that 13-year-old girl? Why you don't call out that shit? For Andrew Tate. Yeah, don't think you don't. The fact that this nigga forgets that, nigga, shit that you put on the internet, on social media, is gonna always stay there. So, the fact that, my nigga, you freaking... that's probably how you was. Probably shouldn't have done that, but that's probably how he liked it. Allegedly. But yeah. You're not calling out shit for what he did when you want to talk about a piece of shit human being. What about him? And not just only with the shit with the 13-year-old girl. The many times when he came out during the hip-hop shit where he was dissing on other... He was being a academics, dissing on black people, dissing on dead rappers, talking about all this and that, like, yeah, so.
Argument. Instead, he was just deemed to be a hypocrite considering the unsavory things that other people he associates with have been either accused of or actively convicted of back in the day, namely his frequent streaming partner Tekashi 6ix9ine, who has been convicted of being a literal predator. Even more alarming to Adin, the bear has gotten so bad that even Drizzy is now ignoring his calls, as though he is ready to distance himself from him.
Fuck, bro. It did it again.
And that's crazy. And that was when, you know, it was crazy where the fact that you got Drake of all my efforts, knowing how he's been acting, but when you got Drake of all people ignoring your ass, that's when you know you...
And take his phone's off.
Bro, you banged his shit, man. It's all good.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. It is late. Where's that? Toronto. It's like what, 5?
As he continues to try and endure the drama from the Doechii situation and come to terms with the very likely possibility that he's alienated a section of his audience, it seems like this is just one of the things he regrets as of late. During one of his many reinventions, there was a period where he framed himself as an adamant Trumper. He even had the president on stream at one stage.
These patriots that are terrible, they're going after him, and I hear Young Thug is being treated, I heard the name.
Yeah.
I heard it from other people where they say he's being treated very unfairly.
Very unfair.
So he's got to be treated fairly.
Please.
But recently, Adin reflected on that decision, expressing remorse over the fact that everything he does now is basically viewed through that lens.
Now that I look back on it, I really, really wish I never
got into like politics, and I feel like that's a cool thing to like talk about. Obviously, it's like, you know, I just kind of like, I know y'all didn't like that era at all, except for the Trump like stream. Obviously, at the end of the day, it was the president. Like, now that I look back at it, it's like, damn, like so many people just tie me to it, and now it's just like, fuck, like no matter what, they don't even get to know who I am because they don't like even want to. Oh, you did the stream with Trump.
Oh, we know
I
who
really,
you are
really
now.
understand other people's side, and as I'm getting older, I'm just like seeing like, I just don't think I'll ever care enough again for any other politician ever in the future, just because it's like, at the end of the day, bro, we're all humans, you know?
The end result of it all is that Adin is divisive to the point that he is kept at bay by Mr. Beast, with the YouTuber refusing to really collab with him even when Ross had given millions to his causes like Team Water.
I don't think Mr. Beast likes me. If you want me to be honest with you, I don't think he likes me. I ate off that stream, he ate off that stream. I asked the question where the water's at. I'm not coming up and saying it's fake. I think that might have turned him the wrong way. But I will tell you, you know, look, I'll say this. You know, after I did the Team Water shit, I was told we could hop on and play zombies, we could, you know, kick it, and we could do he was telling me of a streamer idea. He's like, we'll run that. And it's kind of like, once we did the stream, it was kind of just like, you know, and then I don't know. Listen, I don't fucking know. I honestly, me personally, bro, it is what it is. I will tell you this too. He was very upset about certain streamers like not pulling up and shit.
As things go awry and everything from his audience to his commercial potential turns toxic, there's an argument that he set a blueprint that streamers who followed in his footsteps may head down. But many commentators in this space believe that they'd be better heeding other examples from truly inspirational streamers who've avoided the plaque pit that Ross is in right now.
That's why I always ride for iShowSpeed and, you know, Kai Cenat a little bit too, because there's always two options in front of you, okay? As a content creator, you can go the iShowSpeed route or you can go the Adin Ross route. In both of those circumstances, you will make money, but the ceiling is far higher in one.
And I've already contacted police about that. I'm not a street rapper. Why don't these guys go slide on their
I'm not a street rapper. Every time he's crying about pushback that he's getting, he's like, Ack, can you defend me against these street rappers, please?
Deemed problematic by some and just laughable by others.
Not a sound roasting you, my nigga. Damn. You got the dog shocker roasting you? That's crazy.
Adin's struggles keep mounting up as he was sued over his interactions with Crypto Casino Stake alongside his closest rap buddy Drake. Beyond that, he has basically suggested that as it all goes left, he is basically losing his passion for what he does.
I don't know what's going on through his head. I just feel like, again, the reading in the gym shot I really do fuck with, but I don't know. I just don't know how I feel totally about this. I think he's lost, and I do think he'll come back to streaming. Sorry, I know I was like circling. I think point is, the book, the gym stuff, amazing. I love that, but I just think he'll come back to streaming.
After several false alarms, now might truly be the time for Adin to take at least a lengthy hiatus from public life. Through his tendency to be overly outspoken in the disdainful way he talks about people from other communities, Ross is doing more damage to his career prospects practically every single time he goes online. If he's not careful, even those who have gone to bat for him might be pushed too far. And if that happens, all that coveted earning power that he loves to flex may completely slip through his hands. It's your boy Luesta, and I want to thank y'all for watching today's video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Shout out to my guy Luesta, man. But hey, man, I'm gonna say it like this. At the end of the fucking day, even if he were to take a big old hiatus, guess what? Nobody in the culture would care otherwise. So, hey, it is what it is. But look, shout out to Luesta. Hopefully you will see this, my guy. Sorry, it's been a long time since I reacted to you, so I'm gonna keep coming back to you when I can. But hey, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments below. Shit, when it comes to the Luesta's videos, you would rarely ever see me get these long videos from me. Shit, most of the times it always be from my music mayhems. But regardless, shout out to Luesta. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. But it's been your boy HumbleZiggy signing out. Stay positive, keep the vibes up. I'm out.